Good afternoon, this is Dan Howe, PTI Securities and Futures, coming to you for your Tuesday, October 11th daily wrap-up. Overnight, the market started out boring and it kind of kept it up. Overnight we only had a 10-point range in the S&P. Used to be a biggie, but lately we've been averaging 15 to 25, so realistically this was a very, very boring night overnight. Asia markets were up, European markets were a little bit down. Fundamental news is a little bit shy here today. We did have a 3-year Treasury auction, and people were absolutely fighting over the ability to give the money to the government for a yield of 0.544. Don't really understand that, but on the other hand, it was the bid cover ratio was pretty good, so there was quite a bit of demand for that. The only other thing that came out today was the Fed minutes. Kind of boring, no real surprises there, so the market didn't move on the Fed minutes. In Europe, the Slovakia vote was the key day, and there was all 17 members have to agree unanimously. 16 already have. Slovakia was the only one that had not yet done it. They had a vote today, and they started the vote, and 2 of the parties in the coalition did not vote. Consequently, the party that was voting against it did vote. Before the vote was final, they actually called off the vote and rescheduled it for Friday. It was going to be tied together with a no confidence vote, so basically what might happen is the government might come down in order to allow this vote to get in. It's just amazing how much pressure is being put on them by the other European members, because this has to be unanimous. That actually would agree to this even though it's going to bring down their government. Kind of interesting. Slovakia is a poor state in Greece, and they're being asked to pony up quite a bit of money to do this. After the close, Alcoa kicked off the earnings season. Their numbers came in substantially worse, 15 versus 22, but they did make a statement that they anticipated aluminum demand to double in the next few years. Consequently, they're doing fairly well, and the S&P's actually reacted positively to that, even though their earnings were significantly below expectations. Pretty boring day. The S&PX actually closed at 1195, up less than $1. The Dow closed down 16 at 1146. NASDAQ closed up 16 at 2583. The 10-year note picked up a little bit more in yield. It's 2.16. The dollar closed down 0.13 at 77.51. Looking forward, there is not much going on in the markets coming up at the end of the week. We do have business inventories and Michigan sentiment, but realistically we don't have much fundamental data coming out. So once the earnings do start coming out, they probably will be pushing the market around. It's been Dan Howe, PTI Securities and Futures.